Greetings, Rovers. I've been asked time and time again what my plans are for day 1 of Wuthering Waves. While I've been putting out various guides, advising of the best strategies, rerolling tactics, all-around best resonators or teams, and everything in between, I've never actually sat down and told you guys what my plans are for day 1 will look like. Today I'll be covering the first few hours of my plans for my journey at Soul 3. And just a reminder, I'm currently running a $100 giveaway. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button to be entered, and it ends on May 22nd. It means the world to me. Alright, so first and foremost, I'm going to be pushing the story as quickly as possible until I reach the point of being able to pull on the gacha. If this is anything like the closed beta test suggests, this means that we are looking at anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of story and gameplay until we reach the point where we're able to start pulling our gacha rolls. Personally, I'm not going to be skipping cutscenes as I'd like to get invested in the world of Wuthering, and I'd like to have a deep understanding of the lore as I plan to do lore videos down the line. I mostly think the story should avoid being skipped. Not because I think the story is amazing or anything, but because I personally think there's going to be no reason to rush the game. I'm not expecting a gigaton of content on release, so I'm going to enjoy this meal as best as I can. But if you want to be that person and rush and skip all the cutscenes, by all means, just don't complain later when you have nothing to do in a week. Secondly, I'm going to be focusing on exploration, puzzles, and chests, and everything else out in the world. While I'm pushing the story, I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for all of the oh-so-important chests and world events. At the time of writing this video, there has been over 800 scouted chests and events out in the world, which will reward you with those sweet leveling materials and other various materials such as astrite for those juicy gacha pulls. Making sure you are grabbing all of the resonance beacons when you are out, as this will make traveling around the map for missions and exploration much easier to keep track of down the line. Don't forget to grab those resonance nexus too. That way you'll be able to keep track of all the events you haven't done in the area. I'm going to include some links down below of interactive browser-based maps. That way you can keep track of the resonance beacons, the resonance nexuses, the chests, the events, the puzzles. This will be a great one-stop shop to go to make sure you're finding everything and staying on top of them. Excuse me. Once the battle pass and daily subscription are able to be purchased, I'm immediately going to buy them, because I'd like to get them both out of the way as quickly as possible, as I want to generate as much as the Battle Pass XP as possible immediately. This will give me a significant boost for my materials to level up my resonators, weapons, and echoes. The daily subscription will also give me a bump in astrite and should get me close to an additional pull on the gacha on day 1, and will give you even more later on as you complete your missions each day. While I don't think the battle passes and the daily subscriptions are going to be super duper important, I still think you should stay on top of them and throw Kuro Games some money. It's the least you can do for their amazing game. Speaking of battle passes, did I mention I'm doing a 10 battle pass giveaway over on my Discord? Make sure you click the link below and join my Discord, as I'll be giving away 10 battle passes for Wuthering Waves on release of the game on May 22nd. Next up, you know what it is. Roll, baby, roll. Once I've acquired the ability to do pulls and I've built up a good amount of astrite stock for my exploration, I plan on pulling as much as I possibly can while still saving for the next banner, Yin Lin, who I really want. I'm personally going to be swiping slightly on my main account, as I would like to show support to Kuro Games for delivering us such an amazing experience. I'm personally aiming to pull Calcharo, and to a lesser extent Verena, although if I don't get Verena, I'm not going to be too angry about it. Baizi is a perfect replacement for her. But I will stick with the account no matter who I pull. I'm personally not a fan of rerolling, so I'm just going to play it how it lands. As we will be receiving a free 4-star weapon from the pre-registration rewards, and a free 5-star weapon from the in-game event upon hitting level 45, I will not be pulling on the standard weapon banner. As for Jian and his weapon banner, I still need to think about it. I don't even think Jian's weapon is going to be that good for Calcharo, assuming I pull him. And at the end of the day, I really need to save for Yin Lin. I have to. Once I've expended all of my rolls, and probably spent all the money in my bank account because I have zero self-control and I have a crippling gambling addiction, please spend responsibly on this game. I cannot stress this enough. Do not spend more than you can afford. I'm going to focus on echo, hunting, and farming. Keep note, you should probably identify your main team relatively quickly that you're going to be focusing on, so you know exactly what echoes you are looking to farm and what set bonuses and stats and substats you're aiming for. I also recommend you get a lot of friends for echo farming. Don't have friends? Go ahead and pop on by my Discord, where my community and I will be sharing our worlds so we can all hunt echoes together. Again, the description is going to be down below. We've set up an amazing community, and I plan on running a ton of events in regards to echo farming. That way you guys can get the perfect echoes for your resonators. This one should be fairly obvious, but I'm going to state it anyway. I'm going to be leveling up my resonators, my weapons, my echoes, and my abilities. Falling behind on leveling any of these up could lead to feeling underpowered out in the world as your world levels up. Staying on top of these is critically important and will make your experience out in Soul 3 infinitely better. And lastly, I'm going to start theory crafting my long-term team and teams. I mean, after I've spent more money than I'd care to admit on pulls, I'm going to identify the resonators and weapons that I've pulled and begin to do research, even more so than I've already done. I think I'm up to about 100 hours of research of this game. And start to figure out exactly which teams I can build with the resonators and weapons I've pulled from the banners. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to wail out on the game like some others will. Personally, I'd like to begin pushing harder content day one, so I have more videos for you guys and have a better understanding of the game. That way I can make more videos for you guys and help you out even more. Alright, so that wraps up what I'm going to be doing day one. Do you think I missed anything? What are your guys' plans for day one? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, guys, please go ahead and consider subscribing. I'm doing a ton of giveaways here and over on my Discord, so I would have appreciated if you dropped by and said hi. I try to keep the pulse. I try to keep my finger on the pulse with my community, and I've been talking to you guys on a daily basis over on my Discord. If you want to say hi, drop by and check it out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.